Hi everyone, and Dragon with you. So it's time for the third part of ID event, and today we talk about all the mini bosses level 160. So according to my experience, you see that I cleaned all of them at level 160. So now I can just raid to get more resources. I'll show you my fights, how it went, and the teams I used for each boss. Then we will talk about Eternal's elemental synergy, event planning, and what to focus on. So about the boss, now I used top teams, and I even managed to collect the Justice of 25. And with the Justice of 25, I'm still not able to remove this Root of Evil at level 240. So probably I need better control or a Nebula team. So we will talk about it later. Anyway, let me start from advice which I received. I changed some teams, and the idea was like this. So first of all, most of those teams worked except the team for Mask Off. So Mask Off needed another team. I'll show you which exactly team I collected and how I won this part. So Mask Off was a little problem, but I figured out how to change this myself. And about levels of final boss. Look at this. So I collected several team options. Dida's team for 60 buff 270 is probably one of most effective, but he says at 100 power, the win rate is around 15% or something like that, so at least over 10%. So in case you want to fight less times, then I recommend you to get just higher defenses, or you can try to refight this as long as you can and just trying to achieve the result. But for me, that didn't work. I would like to highlight that the teams which were offered here didn't work, but we had other offers with Nebula. So with Nebula, you could control her burning effect, and that worked fine. So the previous offer about the boss was like this, and actually the option of Nebula looks good here. So at least with the buffs, if you improve this team, then you get what you need. Just control Nebula's burn ability. I hope you can do it. Okay, so let's go with our today's topic, and I'll show you fights with everything in an order. So we start here from actually the part where I fought at Warm Welcome. So this part is at the video, which you probably see now. Let me just go through this part and show you exactly the fight, how it went, and where we say. So that's what I already shown to you. Let's go to the fight directly. So warm welcome. That's the first fight. And look at this. So here we collected a team which is based on Nebula and actually Heidi with Albus. Albus is a great option because he buffs the output of pure damage. At the same time, we are able to use Kain on Nebula, and that also helps us a lot. And as for Marcus, Marcus needs to survive, so Axel is a great pet which buffs his abilities and at the same time helps him to defend himself. So this team worked for me nicely. I can just improve the timeline. You will see that Horus is here to counter Leon, and he works well against her. At the same time, the problem may be with Yasmin, but with a little defenses and immunities from Marcus, you are able to remove her as well. So this fight went smooth. I was pretty happy about that. And as you can see, we won and received the prize. The only problem was removing Maya, so Maya took slightly more time than I expected. But anyway, it worked, and that's why I'm pretty happy about it. Okay, so let's jump to the next one. The next one, this was warm welcome. Now we go to mirrored images. Mirrored images was also with a typical team which I showed. And the only thing I would like to highlight is I used exactly the same team as previously. So maybe you would change chorus into something else, because this fight doesn't require you to just anti-debuff or something. So mirrored images were also according to the team. Now, next is mask off. So with mask off, I had some problems. The last problem which I wanted to show you is when the cat didn't die. So just look at this. Everybody dead, but the cat is here. The cat is alive and he heals like crazy. So I wasn't able to remove him in time and reached a timeout instead. After that, I decided to change something, and the reason for that was obvious, the timeout. And the resulting team was slightly different from the previous one. I decided to get more attack, so with Albus, that should be okay. And after that, the damage was good enough. So together with Albus, we managed to break everything, and that's actually the team which won this round. And that's why I decided to share it with you. That will be pretty fast. As you can see, Albus deals a huge amount of damage. Also, Chaba stops healing for some time and lets Albus recharge. That's how we removed this part. Next part was Smothered Flame, and there I used also the team which was offered. That wasn't a big problem, so let's just watch how it went. Here we need to make some changes. Here we need to defend our backline. So Fafnir is a good example of backline defender. And the core will be also slightly changed. So now Nebula will tank the rest of the team. And also we need to place Thea. Thea is a good healer, and also she helps with her debuff ability. So just as I told you, we need strong backline here, and also after we remove Kayla's problem, we are okay. After that, we have the champion returns and one more location, so Forbidden Forest. Let's check the Forbidden Forest. As you can see, nothing much changed here. The idea is pretty similar, so we debuff the opponent. There's a huge spam. Just look at the amount of silencing above. I could control Nebula's ability to make this fight more effective and to burn energy from main team, not from the mushroom. But anyway, that went well as also. So Forbidden Forest, pretty good. The champion returns. Here we need slight change to our strategy. So let's swap some characters and stick to the team which was offered above, so that we can control what's going on. Here we may need some special characters with improved attack potential. And Chaba proved himself as a nice tank who removes the opponent's front line and allows the team to break through. Also, he can hit himself, but at this particular fight, Chaba may be not the best option. Still, he wins you some time, and then Ju is able to get immunity and just tank till the end of the fight. As for the next location also wasn't a big deal, but here you need more damage to finish faster. So why not play Albus instead of defense? You get more damage. And that's how the fight went. And as you can see, this fight was also not super hard for this particular team. So that's what I wanted to share with you about my testing for now. Now all the minions are done and we are happily getting rewards for them. So now I can raid all that and hope you can do that as well. Okay, so now let's move to event. So event which is on is Elemental Synergy, and I prepared a brief overview of this event for you as well. So log in up to 3 times, reach your AP level up to 5th, spend some emeralds. I hope you don't need to spend 65,000 because I have everything about casual titans. I can only trade this stuff into the light and dark artifacts. Then we have complete quests. Energy. Remember that energy isn't required at King of the Jungle. And remember that we have a reward of bottled energy from actually the event itself. So for removing Root of Evil, if I remember correctly, you can get 20 bottles of energy. Also, you can get bottles from here. So move to shop, check this out, and get bottled energy while you need. So instead of spending emeralds, I recommend you to get bottle energy in case you would need to do the trades of 200. Better buy it here. In case you need lower, well, that's not a big deal. Let's check the quest itself. So, as you can see, low investment brings you to 3,000 something, medium to 5,000, and if you want more, then I really recommend you to use bottles instead of those 200 trading offer. Just to save your emeralds and to spend them at Outland, because that makes more sense. Okay, after that we have Outland. Outland is 80 chests at Outland, which is written here. In general, if you want to obtain 40 chests, then you need only several 200 offers. If you want more, then actually I recommend you to collect 4,500 for 2 last options, because you save 500 emeralds and get more valuable resources. So that's the main Outland plan. And remember that if you invest into Outland, you double dig. So we also have King of the Jungle, who says you need to go to Outland and open 250 chests. So that's the idea. Just double dig at this part of Outland from Elemental Synergy. After that, Souls of Heroes. So I just went to Soul Atrium and opened everything. That's how I received 60 souls from 9 openings. And Open Titan Artifact Sphere, well, I just had them. So that's a brief overview. I hope this information helps you to collect all the minions. As for the main boss, well, I'm stuck at level 240, and I'll still need more testing of the teams for now. We'll talk about it a bit later. So thank you for watching, see you in next videos, and good luck to you.